Broncos jump. Free play for Rodgers. He knows where to go with it. For Valdez-Scantling. In the end zone. It's a Packer touchdown.
What is going on, everybody? Before I get started, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit those bells so you get all the notifications that I am back. I wanted to get things going. Let's talk NFL season. Things are going hot and heavy. Is anything really surprising you guys? I mean, I want to talk specifically about the Packers. Everybody knows that watches my videos that I love my Packers. I'm from Wisconsin. I love my Packers. So, let's get right into it. Packers 3-0. Get the very boring win over the Chicago Bears to start the season. They had one good drive. Well, I guess you can count it two if you count the field goal drive, good drive. And then you get a full quarter and a minute out of Minnesota, or out of the Packers during the Minnesota game. And then everybody's trying to figure it out. Well, you didn't score for the second half. What's going on? Aaron Rodgers is doing all these things. He's trying to show up as coach by going for it on fourth down when, if you look at the line judge, he clearly put the ball in front of the sticks, and then they still called it 4th and 1, so it was a gigantic cluster of nonsense. He's not trying to show up as coach. I mean, are we still talking about this if Geronimo Allison doesn't fumble and we end up scoring a touchdown on that drive? Are we even talking about this if he knows it's 4th down, we get the points, and all of a sudden the game turns out to be, 31 to 17 or whatever the hell it was? Are we even talking about it then? Probably not, no. Because it would have been points on the board in the second half, and it doesn't look so bad when you don't score for 3 quarters. And then we go into this week. Denver, 0-3. They're going to give you the best shot. And all of a sudden, Packers come out, score. Defense looks a little shaky on the run side, but they're getting penetration. They're getting guys to the quarterback. Preston Smith, Zadarius Smith. Might have been the best money ever spent.
Flacco on first down, and ball comes out, and that's a fumbled football. And it's still fumbled. The Broncos were on it. Now the Packers have it.
And here comes Preston Smith. He's going to have the pressure. He knocks it loose before that hand comes forward. There's your
by the Packers so far this season, between the two of them, they finished with 5 sacks. And then the other guy that got the other sack, he drafted in the first round, who also had a fumble recovery.
Roll has come in for Smith as Flacco sets to throw, hesitates, and he's sacked. There is Gary right on cue.
And then the other guy that he drafted in the first round, Darnell Savage, gets a great diving pick, and the Packers end up with 6 sacks, 3 turnovers. But I keep getting the vibe from the Packer fans that that's just not good enough, because people are starting to get a bad perception of Aaron Rodgers from the Mike McCarthy days, which I don't necessarily agree with. I mean, it's a new coach. It's a new scheme. It's a new offense. It's going to take time for the offense to mesh and get going, and I think you're seeing that improvement week in and week out now. You got 1 or 2 good drives in the first game. You got a great first quarter in the second game. And then the third game was a little bit more complete. They're putting up points. The defense is making big stands. The offense never really stalled. They were always moving the ball a little bit, but I want to see some more consistency in the second half with, better adjustments. I mean, the Packers didn't really run the ball that well. I thought Denver's Achilles heel was running the ball. I thought we threw the ball probably better than we passed. Aaron Rodgers obviously missed some couple throws. Do we count that to Aaron Rodgers is slipping because of his age, or is his shoulder and his injuries are starting to get to him? Or can we just associate it with the fact that maybe it was raining outside and he couldn't get a good grip on the ball? I don't know. I don't want to make excuses, but all I know is the Packers are 3-0, and this last game was probably their most complete game because they're putting up more points consistently, and the defense is just a beast.
On 3rd and 2, it's only a 3-man rush, and open for a first down is Noah Fant. Ball taken away, and there's no ruling that Fant was down. Jair Alexander took the ball out of the hands of the rookie Noah Fant.
But we got some good running backs coming up. You got Zeke Elliott, you got Jordan Howard. That kind of stuff kind of makes me a little worried, just based off of the run defense. They gave up that big run to Dalvin Cook, but Dalvin Cook's just running over everybody, and we all know that. He's currently the best running back in the NFL. Now that Saquon Barkley has gone down, and who knows how long he will be down for. So the Packers to the first 3 weeks, I mean, what else do you want? I don't care how they win. I don't care if they have 100 turnovers as long as they win by a point. I don't care. Obviously, they're not the prettiest, most crisp games yet, but we're getting there. You're seeing constant improvement week in and week out. And then let's talk about the Eagles. Now you got a quick turnaround. Thursday night football, which I'm not really a fan of for the Packers because they already had a Thursday night game, so why are you giving them another one? I mean, the good thing is then you get basically kind of 3 byes. You had 10 days off to after week 1. Now you had 2 regular Sunday games. Now you got a short week. So we'll see how they respond to that with their bodies. I know Philadelphia's banged up. Deshaun Jackson and Alshon Jeffrey. I know they're banged up, but it's still the Philadelphia Eagles. They still got a solid defense. They got Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, Malcolm Jenkins, and it's going to be a hard-fought game. And the good thing about it is at Lambeau, and then after that you're going to Dallas. So the Packers got the work cut up for them in the next few weeks, and obviously you're going to want more crisp games, especially when you go down to Jerry World. I know that people are going to say Aaron Rodgers owns Dallas, but Dallas is still a good team, and the Packers are still they're not in mid-season form yet, and I'm hoping that they get there soon, and hopefully they figure it out, and the new coach, Matt LaFleur, can make some of those adjustments at halftime instead, because what we've been seeing as fans, and I think everybody else is seeing it, is that first quarter is pretty solid, and then second quarter was pretty good, and then you get to halftime and things kind of slow down in the second half, even though that the Packers scored points this time. I mean, we're all happy with that, but they need to be more crisp in the second half. The defense can't be giving up 9 to 10-minute drives or 15-play drives, because then they get gassed. And then Aaron Rodgers comes back into the field, and it's a short drive, and then they're going back out there, kind of just stacks and stacks upon itself. But I think the Packers are in great position. I know a lot of people are skeptical because the offense isn't doing what they were normally doing, and something that we haven't been accustomed to as Packer fans. We still have a very young wide receiver group. It was great to see Marquez Valdes-Scantling get 6 receptions for 99 yards. I would still like to see Devontae Adams get going. He's got to figure out how to beat those double teams. And Aaron Rodgers has got to be a little bit more consistent with his throws. We can't have overthrows or miss wide open receivers like he did a few times yesterday and throughout weeks 1 and 2. So I'm very happy with the Packers right now. Obviously, 2-0 against the division. You get another win against another NFC team. So the Packers they're winning. Their defense right now is better than their offense, and we heard that from Mike McCarthy. We want the defense to be better than the offense, and now we're finally seeing it. And this is why you want the defense to be better than the offense, is because when the offense is sputtering, the defense can get you the turnover. And what those turnovers do is when the offense is sputtering, gives them extra possessions to put points up on the board. So that's what we're getting. We're taking away possessions, and we're gaining them for ourselves. I'm pretty sure we're like second in the league in turnovers, which is great. So Packers need to keep playing, keep pushing, keep winning. What do you think the Packers need to do to keep winning besides the offense getting going? Where do they need to be more crisp in your eyes? My eyes, run defense. They need to be able to shut down some of these bigger backs. Otherwise, life is going to get really hard when, Ezekiel Elliott comes to town. So we need to tighten up on the run defense. Pass defense has been great. Jair Alexander, Kevin King. It's finally good to see Kevin King play more than 1 week without getting hurt. So that's a big plus for us. And now a short week. Are you guys ready? We win this game 4-0, feeling real good going into the second quarter of the season, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. So, guys, tell me what you guys are thinking about the Packers. What are you thinking about Aaron Rodgers? Just give me a full rundown, and make sure to subscribe, like, and share the video. Share it with your friends. I like good insight. I want comments. I want you guys to tell me what you're feeling. So, open forum. Also, you can also follow me on Twitter at Scholey Sports, SCHOLEY Sports. So, join the community. I'll see you guys later. Bye.